Dear colleagues, good day. On behalf of our authors team, let me present our scientific work entitled Quality of Education as the Model and Object, Black, White or Grey Box for National Economics Development. When we will try to create the description of the dynamic system quality of education, we should consider the relationship between its socio-economic impact and the following properties. You can see the list of these properties on this slide. The level of autonomy and openness, system reliability, system dimension, so on. This work aims to analyze the system of quality of education as black, gray, and white boxes with the analogy between physical, engineering, and non-material system. In this case, it's mandatory to assess the impact of the design on the socio-economic development of the organization, territory, country, so on. The first stage of our investigation was the bibliometric analysis. As I said before, we will try to create the analogy between technical systems and socio-economic systems. On the left side of this slide, you can see the result of bibliometric analysis on request technical system map of keywords. From this map, you can see that request technical system is related to many keywords, and you can see that some of keywords are related to economic, its management, economic development, so on. In this case, as a result of this part of bibliometric analysis, we propose description of our system as the analogy of technical system. On the right side of this slide, you can see the result, the map of keywords based on the result of bibliometric analysis on request gray box and relationship with black box, white box, and other keywords. You can see that it's interconnected map of keywords, and as a result of this part of literature review and bibliometric analysis, we can see that it's some evolution from the black box to a white box approach. What is the box approach in our case? We have three different boxes. Black box only with input and output parameters. After this, gray box with the same parameters and control parameters, and the next one is white box with the system parameters and disturbance parameters. The best way of description for the dynamic system quality of education certainly is a white box, but in some time we have no enough input parameters, control parameters, system parameters, as well as disturbance parameters. In this case, we need to solve this problem and go to the white box approach. This is the best way, as I said before. Example of the white box approach for the description of dynamic system quality of education and its socio-economic impact. The main output parameters, for example, are the rating of university educational program among employers, average salary of an educational program from the graduate, career growth of the educational program graduate. What are the input parameters? You can see the list of these parameters on this slide. The list of educational programs, the presence absence of students training and the expense of state funding, cost of training, the competitors in the region, base of practice, and list of the potential employers. Also, you can see the system parameters K, which can be presented as features of the educational program and the educational environment in comparison with similar programs. We have the list of educational programs, for example, in Ukraine, and we can see what is the place in this list is for our education programs. Parameters of control U can be represented via radial diagram with the assessment of the influence degree on the output parameters on the scale from 1 to 10 points. You can see this radial diagram on the upper right side on this slide. And disturbing parameters, that's changes in the policy of the Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine. For example, its financial politics, funding the university in education and research sphere, so on. And the second one is the impact made by the military activities in the temporary occupied territories of the state economy. After we collect all parameters, output, input, system, parameters of control and disturbing parameter, we are able to create the stable system and find the main KPIs, the main indicators of its social and economical impact on the national level, regional level, or the university level. At the end of my speech, I want to say about the result and proposed algorithm for the sequential description of the quality education system and its socio-economic impacts. You can see on the conclusion the main points of the algorithm, and in future we try to implement this algorithm not only on the university level and maybe on the regional level. Thank you for your attention and ready for the question.